So if you feel like you're stuck in a rut, like you don't have what it takes to bring your dream life to reality, that you keep sabotaging your progress, that you keep messing with your momentum every time you make headway, like you sabotage your progress, or if you feel like you can't even make progress at all, you're most likely comparing yourself to other people. You're most likely not taking action on what you want to do. You're most likely allowing your fears to get in the way of taking action. Your fears of feeling rejected, your fears of being successful, your fears of failing, all of these things can stop you before you even start. Sorry, I got distracted by my cat. All of these things can stop you before you even start, or can stop you in the middle as you gain momentum, because you start to think about, oh, like when I get to this, how will I make it work? I don't want this responsibility. Or you feel like before you even get started, it's not possible, you're not capable. You compare yourself to other people and you wonder how they do it, and you compare what you have to offer to what they have to offer. And when you compare yourself to other people, you cannot be someone else. You cannot be as good as they are at being them. You just can't. The best you can do is be yourself. The best way for you to show up is in being you, because that is what you know how to do. You have grown up as you, you know who you are, or you're learning who you are, and whatever comes to you most naturally is what will give you and feed you the energy to keep going, and will help you move forward on your goals. When you're trying to pretend to be like someone else, when you're trying to show up like someone else or do the things that someone else did, you're doing what gave them energy and motivation to keep going. You're doing what was on their heart, what excited them. And if it doesn't excite you, if it doesn't feel authentic to you, if it doesn't align with where you're at in your journey, you're not going to have the energy. You're going to sabotage yourself. You're not going to feel excited to even take action on it. So stop comparing yourself to other people and where they're at on their journey. Stop comparing yourself by saying, oh, but they have a degree, they went to college, oh, but they bought a house and did this and that, but they're doing this and that, but they started their YouTube channel, but they're doing this and that. Like, stop comparing yourself to other people. It's only going to bring you down. Focus on where you're at in your journey, what excites you. You don't have to compare yourself to anyone else, to their progress, to what they're doing, because that only brings you down and impedes your progress. When you compare yourself to other people, you're telling yourself, I'm not good enough. You're telling yourself, I'm not as good as this person, and my ideas don't deserve the time, the energy, me showing up to actually take action on them. And another reason you may be stuck in a rut is because you're not actually taking action. You're getting ideas, but you're just putting them in your head, and you're wondering because you're so scared of being rejected, of failing, and you just keep them in your head and you keep thinking about them. And then when you don't take action, you start to beat yourself up about not taking action, and then that cycle continues. And then you feel like, oh, I'm not good enough because I'm not taking action, I'm not actually following through. But if you actually got the idea, you followed through, you took the action, and you just did everything step by step, focused on yourself, didn't compare yourself to other people, imagine what that would do for your life. Imagine how farther along you'd be than when you compare yourself to other people, than when you don't take action towards the ideas that you get. When you just don't create and you continue to consume, and when you continue to compare to yourself to other people, it just does not serve you. It depletes you and takes your energy away and puts you in your head and out of your body, and you will not feel fulfilled. You will not feel satisfied. So, the way to really get out of a rut and to feel confident in yourself is to start taking action towards the ideas that you're getting, instead of waiting, instead of being so scared of failing, instead of focusing so much on what other people think. And instead of comparing yourself, just focus on the ideas, focus on taking action, focus on the excitement you feel when you follow the breadcrumbs of the universe. The universe is always sending you messages and ideas of what to do next, and you just have to follow them. You don't have to know the entire plan or your entire, like, you don't have to see your entire life laid out ahead of you, because life would be boring if you knew every single thing. So just follow what excites you. Don't compare yourself to other people, and you will be amazed at how much progress you make and how you draw your dream life to you. And I want to emphasize something that really, really helps me is knowing that as I take action on these things, the person that I am becoming is the most important thing in the process. It is not what I get, it is not what I pursue, but who I become in the process. And who I become changes with what I pursue, with what I take action on. And the fears, the things that I was afraid to pursue in the beginning, no longer stay with you as you pursue those things and as you change as a person, as you grow as a person. And so when your mind tries to tell you, oh, like, we can't pursue this because then we'll have to deal with this responsibility, we can't pursue this because we don't know how to do this one specific thing, it is not really about paying attention to all the little fears. Like, we all have our own fears. What actions are you going to take towards overcoming those fears? Like, every single small decision that you make changes who you are as a person. And as you change and as you overcome little fears every single day, you just become a whole other person. And the things that you're able to overcome, the things that you think about, the life that you can just imagine for yourself, the responsibilities you take on are going to change. So don't think of the future and think, I can't possibly see myself taking on this thing. I can't possibly see myself being capable of doing this thing. That is from your current reality and your current self, which is true. You are currently not capable of doing this thing because you have not actually done it. So when you take action and when you overcome your fears, you become that person who is capable of doing that thing. So don't think so far ahead in the future that you stop yourself from even starting before you even stop yourself from growing. Every single action that you take is helping you grow and become that person who is able to do that thing that you think about in the future. And who knows if that thing even will come? You don't know. Most of the time, what our mind comes up with are just stories, lies, things that it comes up with so that we don't have to get out of our comfort zone, so that we just stay where we are because it fears the unknown. And this is why I say you have to follow the breadcrumbs of the universe, of God, because you are constantly being sent signs. And sometimes I think for me, the reason that I am not told the whole picture, I am not sent the whole plan, is because I would feel so overwhelmed if I did. I do so much better when I just follow one thing at a time. I ask myself, what would feel good to do today? What would excite me? What would make me feel the best if I do it today? And I just continue to follow the breadcrumbs that the universe sends me. I'm always getting signs, whether it's in books, whether it's through people, whether it is through different things, that signs that I ask for. All you have to do is just follow the little signs, and you will be out of your rut before you know it.